college football teams that got caught cheating. Back in 2018, the Tennessee Volunteers football program was trying to rebuild under their new head coach, Jeremy Pruitt. The team was coming off a rough stretch, so fans were hoping he would be the man to turn things around. At first, it seemed like Tennessee was just aggressively recruiting. However, there was actually much more going on behind the scenes. But what no one realized was that this was the start of one of the biggest scandals in modern college football. You see, over the next 3 years, the program was running a secret system that broke almost every rule in the NCAA rulebook. Recruits were flown in for so-called unofficial visits, where their hotels, meals, parking, as well as entertainment were all secretly paid for. By the time it was uncovered, the program had given out more than 200 separate illegal benefits, so the total came to about $60,000. But the wildest part was that this even continued during the pandemic when recruiting visits were completely banned. The thing is, while the rest of college football was shut down in 2020, Tennessee coaches and staff were still sneaking recruits into Knoxville, setting them up in hotels, feeding their families, and even buying them furniture. To cover their tracks, they used cash payments only so there would be no paper trail, created fake schedules to trick compliance officers, and moved visits off campus to nearby towns so no one would notice. But it was not just staffers who were involved. The head coach himself was caught handing out money. What I mean is that Jeremy Pruitt, as well as his wife, Casey, personally gave thousands in cash to the families of recruits. They helped with car payments, medical bills, and rent. Assistant coaches were pulling out stacks of cash from the bank just to pass it on during visit weekends, while even student athletes were paid to host recruits and show them around. But eventually, someone inside the program overheard talk about players being paid, and everything started to unravel. As it turns out, Tennessee's own compliance office reported the violations in late 2020, so by early 2021, Jeremy Pruitt and 9 others were fired, and the NCAA later handed down some of the harshest penalties ever, including over $9 million in fines, years of probation, and the loss of all wins from the 2019 and 2020 seasons.